Banks should approach digital banking and in-person service and the balance between the two. They really should focus on trying to move everything digital. Now, what happens within that is then people ask, well, how do I give that personal touch? How do I show what makes us different as a bank? I think that it's really the term in-person that I think is the problem there, because in-person is not a great service channel. It's really high cost for the bank. It's generally inconvenient for the consumer or the business, because that means they have to be there during your business hours and hope there's not somebody else that's in that same branch, talking to someone, or maybe they have to wait in line in the call queue. I think moving this, though, to a live person service, so think about balancing digital banking and live person, those two things actually are very interwoven and complementary to each other. And what I mean is this: if I'm traveling, let's say I'm out of town, I can still interact with a live person with my financial institution using like a video chat feature. Maybe I'm somewhere all across the country or across the world. Well, a financial institution generally has their hours because their employees are in one area. Well, now with live person that's enabled by things like video chat, like what we're doing right now, you're able to really greatly expand your service hours. You could generally have 24/7 live person service. It'd be very hard to have 24/7 in-person service. So I think that when you say balance, I think it's more about marrying the two, because balancing suggests that as one gets heavier, the other one gets lighter. I think you really marry the two things, and so that you can have the best of both worlds of that live person interaction, but leverage the digital channel to deliver it. You used to buy something and say, okay, 5 to 7 years, I've got this set of features. This is how it's going to interact with my customers. These are the features it's going to have, the capabilities, and so forth. And you hope you pick the right one, because it was going to be 5 to 7 years before you could get another one. What you see now really happening is people are saying, I need a platform. As opposed to just looking at a feature list and saying, what does it do today? They're saying, well, how flexible is it? How customizable is it? How personalizable is it? How extensible is it? How many different third parties or third-party fintech providers can I plug in? How fast can I plug them in? If the market and competitive pressures were to dictate that I move fast, could I do that? So I think what's really happening is people are buying based upon flexibility for the future, as opposed to buying based upon the features it has today. So that'd be the first thing, is really don't get so caught up in a feature matrix of what a system does today, but really ask yourself, if I have to move fast, if I have to turn on a dime, could I do it with this system? And that really is moving things more towards a platform. I think the capabilities that banks should be considering for 2023 really fall into two categories, and that would be the sales and the service side of the platform. From a service perspective, what we still see out there is a lot of high-cost service interactions that really could be offloaded to the digital channel. And really it's things like balance inquiry and transferring money. You'd be amazed at how many calls still come into the call center for these simple kind of interactions. So I think investing in chatbots and AI assistants to be able to deflect a lot of these calls and and really it's a better overall experience for the customer anyway. So anything that you can do to kind of get that last little bit, that last mile, that high cost last service interaction out and get that handled in an automated way will be a big win. I think on the sales side of things, you really have to look at the marketing, not only just the marketing engine, but then the ability, once a customer is interested in a product, to be able to immediately take advantage of that and buy that product, if you will. So open that account, take out that loan, within a matter of minutes from their mobile phone. So it's a combination, I would say, of data-based marketing as well as account opening and loan origination. Those two things married together in a great user experience that then turns that back into that service channel. That's really should be a big focus if they're not already doing that, and they really need to make headway on that in 2023.